Hi, it's Richard. Oh, I don't have my baby Yoda with me this time. Well, I have to do without it. I'm already sitting down and, I don't feel like getting up again. Well, today I decided to do something different. I don't even have a game with me right this time either. I'm slacking. Well, I decided to do something different, to show you something that I do every once in a while. I do what I call a straight stitch. If you've watched a few things of mine, you might have seen a few things that I've done. So, first thing, I'm going to go start to finish this time. I'm not going to, I'm going to post videos as I go along. I'm not going to, really, I'm not going to cut anything out. I'm just going to start, finish. You'll be able to see my progress as I go along, and I'll try and make it as interesting as possible for you. First thing you need is to get one of these right here. And a little round thing in here, you kind of punch it a little bit. Ta-da! 2 rings. And then the next thing you need is some material, which I have right down here. And you need an idea. Think, 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 think. Okay, so let me explain what I want to do and why I'm doing it. I always have a reason for doing my stitching. It's just me. I always, I just don't stitch because I super enjoy it. I do enjoy it, but I stitch it for a reason. So if you don't know what I consider straight stitching, you have to stick around and watch my progress. First thing, after you got those, you really don't need to pick out your material quite yet until you got your idea. Then your idea kind of determines the color of material you might want. So here's my thoughts. Okay, I got 2 girls, my 2 daughters, my 2 older daughters. My youngest daughter, she's married. I made her something which I should have made for a wall, but I put it on a quilt. I'm learning that my stitching stuff is more enjoyed on a wall rather than on a quilt. Although it was beautiful on a quilt, but it's just more enjoyable on a wall. So I've adapted. And so now I've got 2 daughters and I'm going to get married. First one I know, and the first one's going to get married. I'm not sure about the second one. So I'm going to start on that one first. So my idea was, okay, my oldest daughter, she's been with this guy. I want to say 2, 3. I don't know, 2, 3 years. Anyways, a couple years. And during that couple years, they've had a child together. Okay, a girl. Okay, so my idea was, because my first idea was her soon-to-be husband loves guns. So I'm like, oh man, it'd be cool, to make 2 guns pointing at a target, and then with a baby bullet at the end of the target, kind of thing. But I thought that, it might not be, my ideas changed. So I thought, well, holding hands would be a good thing. 2 of them holding hands, picture of 2 of them holding hands, and then somehow getting a daughter involved, a daughter involved in the picture, or a baby of some sort. And so that's my sketch. And you make a small sketch, I'll show you guys. I got 2 sketches here going on. I sketched some more. Now I just kind of roughed them. This is really rough sketching now. If you can see the 2 hands, if you can make that out, and then on top of the 2 hands, I put a nest with a bird in it, okay? I thought a bird would be nice, you know, obviously. The second thing you need to do, you get a sketch. You get a rough idea. Goes with anything, you know, a rough idea of what you want. Then you start narrowing it down and kind of fine-tuning it. So I went on the internet and I found some pictures. Just randomly drawings. I went to the drawings of birds, drawings of hands. And I came up with 2 of each. I don't know, first we'll go with the hands. This is a very nice one for a wedding. Holding hands like that. But then I thought I wanted a bird. A bird's nest or something with a baby bird in it. And I just didn't think that would work. That's the closest I could get for like a really kind of holding hands, and then it just didn't seem like it would work. So then found this one, holding hands. Now, this one will work if you think about it. I am going to take, and right in this spot right here, right in that spot right there, spot in between the 2 hands, I am going to put a bird's nest and a bird in it, a baby bird. And then I might also on the ring, I might put a ring on the finger. You know, it's gonna be similar. This ain't gonna be, you know, copy and paste. No. This is gonna give me a more detailed picture of what I want. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this right here. I'm gonna got my material here, and I'm gonna sketch out what I want for a picture, draw it out just by looking at that picture, okay? So I've got my hands. Now I gotta think of what I want for birds. So I just have to shrink these down a little bit. So here's my first one that I can, that's not too bad. You know, that's kind of, you know, it's birdish looking. It's pretty, but just wasn't cute enough. So I found this one, and I thought that was cuter because that really, my granddaughter is a really, I don't know, sparkle, go get her. She's just kind of like that. You know, you know, of course I haven't seen her only a couple times, but I feel this brings out more of my granddaughter than the other one. So now I got my 2 pictures, okay? So that's my one granddaughter. That's my oldest daughter. That's going to get married, and I know when she's going to get married. So I'm going to show you that one first and get started on that one first. And then what I want to do is maybe get started on the other one too, but not right away. Obviously, I got to get this one kind of done and kind of get started because her wedding is going to be in October. So I've got to get on the ball and get this done. And I might not videotape it all. I might do something because see, I got time at work sometimes, and I might just do do a little bit at work, come home, videotape, show you what I've got done, and then maybe stitch a little bit more while I'm videotaping. So, okay. So now I'm going to have to sketch this out on my paper. So now I needed to pick some material. So I had some material laying around. And I couldn't decide, but then I just finally decided that this material here is not going to be for this. This is going to be for my other daughters. Okay? I think. Hold on, let me think. Yeah. So we're going to let that material sit there. And if nothing else, maybe other one. I really didn't want to make them both blue. So let's take a look, see if we can get down, see if I can make my camera kind of get an idea of showing you what I'm doing here. I'll take it out of my thing. Give me just a second. Okay, so you can see better. What I did is I don't want my picture too much bigger than this circle. So what I did, I took it and put it down like that, put it down like that, and I traced out a circle. And that's the size I want, roughly. So the next thing I gotta do is I gotta sketch it out. And I might just sketch it out and then show you my sketch. I also got to go get my needles and my thread, a few different things that I forgot again. So part 2 I will show you what I've sketched, and then I'll start stitching a little bit and show you how I start my stitching. Okay, until then, see you shortly.